Alright, we're gonna be dramatic with this part of the video. To start off with. Yeah, so, face reveal. Damn it. Yeah, I thought that was funny. Anyways, welcome to the video. So, last time we did Destiny, which is one of our big four, and I'm trying to have a big four type thing. We also started, house shows, and I've got storylines I'm gonna do. I have some stuff pre-booked. I have some ideas. And we're just gonna go on with that. Firstly, I want to start with this, um, because I'm making enough money where I can upgrade this and I can pay however much it is. Like my merchandise can more than cover for it, and that's just with I think it's 5 per popularity point or something like that. Yeah, it'll be 5 per popularity point and 2.5 per fan, which right now it's $1 per fan, and that's something we can upgrade. So with $2.50 per fan, $5 per popularity point, that adds that. I feel like it'll pretty much pay for itself at this rate. So we're just gonna add on to that. Uh, we got 3 storylines I'm gonna do. I'm gonna continue Tash Jericho, probably either up until All Star or the pay-per-view, the big four pay-per-view after All Star, whichever I decide to do. It's mostly gonna be that mostly gonna be um just story stuff between them. It's gonna be like 6 shows of work, maybe more, but that's what we're gonna do. Then Shane Helms, Simon Diamond. We did one match between them, and I think that continuing them as a feud would probably do Shane Helms wonders, especially if he were to come out of the feud on top. Um, and we have the most people in the storyline, the tag title shenanigans. Um, yeah, so we pretty much used everybody, and we're probably this is probably what the tag division is going to look like for a little bit because I don't know any singles matches we can do between the Hooligans and anybody else. So if we just toss the Hardys in there, toss the Hooligans in there, toss the Gangstas in there, toss Los Pianos in there, toss the Blood Brothers in there, it's just a lot better story wise, if that makes sense. Um, but yeah, that's what we're doing with that. I also have given Ricky Blues a 1 month contract. Um he's gonna get power bombed out of the company. I think I think it's the end of his run here. There's nothing I have for him, and there's not really anything we can do. Um Also we have um checking, making sure I was actually recording. So our performance last month, which I did not go over for those that are interested, we made 1,700 in performance, doubling our ticket sales, doubling our, well, adding to our sponsors, doubling our merchandise, which is something we're going to be building onto, and we're going to be spending more on merchandise, so that way we can build onto that and have that revenue stream coming because we can't have broadcast revenue yet, can't have pay-per-view revenue yet. I might do some sort of alliance. That's what I was debating on doing with Simon Diamond and just giving him an alliance title. But I don't know about that. What does it mean by media? I don't know. Can't make money off media, I don't think. Can't make money off of development. Can't make money off of anything else that's miscellaneous. So like you know, so it's chill. So we're just gonna focus on where we can make money, where we can boost our money, and um just move on from there. We are currently at 21 popularity, which is awesome. Happy with that. And this will go up, and this will bring all these other things up, leading up to whenever we get TV. So that'll be fun. That's gonna be what I'm gonna do after merchandise is set up. So what we're gonna do is We're gonna do all 3 house shows. We're gonna do Heavy Duty. We're gonna do the May pay-per-view, and then we're gonna do All Star, which I don't know exactly what I have planned for All Star, but it'll probably be a lot bigger of a match, um, for everybody involved. So yeah, that's fun. Um, yeah. So we're gonna move on. I will see y'all. Actually, no. We're just gonna go straight into it because we're on the same day. Um, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I put this on the same day as WrestleMania 10. What happened on WrestleMania 10 in real life? I'm not sure. Okay. Oh, I forgot to go over that. I added Chris Jericho to the booking team. Because he's uh considered family with me, so that will not only add to his just everything, but he'll build that up as we keep booking him, like his booking skill, since it's a booking skill of 2. Um as we've seen it from Curb Stomp City's Liquid Global, where he's playing as a I don't remember the guy's name, but he started off with like 0 booking skill and then slowly built up. So I feel like we can slowly build Jericho up to be a member of the booking team long term. Because he's extremely happy, he's got trust and respect. Um, and when this 60-day probationary period ends off, that'll be another 20% added back to it. But yeah, that's why we're doing that. We're gonna do character idea, surefire hit. We're gonna do one of these. Where Simon Diamond is said to be the victor. Cool. Locker room incidents. Small backstage clash with Jericho and the morale officer. That's nothing new. Um, Brother Devon and Chris Jericho helped to create a fun and relaxed backstage environment after somehow finding a karaoke machine, having an impromptu pre-show competition. Good for them. Backstage. Viano 7 and Kid Cash have been getting on particularly well. Good. We're gonna keep Viano 7 in the. Did I say 6? It's 7. Seven's gonna be uh being built up in the tag division anyway. Taz has been talking to Matt Hardy a lot recently, having some degree of influence over his behavior. That makes sense. And that's all. We're gonna do some team bonding. Coolio. So we're gonna go give this character idea to somebody that needs it. Who has low momentum? Actually, no. Who has negative morale? I think it's Murphy and you. You have the worst morale, so if we give this to you, it's a success. He's still annoyed. How much do we pay you? What if we give you 100? Just call it a night. You're still annoyed. I don't care. I tried. Um, yeah. So Los Villanos de America versus the Gangsters versus the Hardy Boys. I have a weird finish with that, and I will explain it when we get to it. Um, Oh, I don't know if I went over that either. I need to do that real quick before I book. Um, I hired a second road agent, because we needed one, and he's pretty decent with like a pretty slow rate. Like I don't mind paying his what you call it, travel if I don't want- if I'm only paying you $20 a show to come over. And Charles Robinson, I wanted to do another referee because we need to start working on that. I might add them to the inner circle while I'm here. Oh, I don't have very many people on the inner circle to begin with. Okay. We're gonna do this while we're here, just because. Head of talent relations, senior referee. Sure, yeah, Charles Robinson and Axel Dieter. We had a trainer, didn't we? You know what, Axel Dieter, you can train everybody. That's what we're gonna have you do now. Um, anybody? I'm not gonna do a stooge. It's fine. But yeah, we're gonna have Axel Dieter training everybody now, which hopefully should give people more stamina, should give people more, just everything. So, especially with 16 people learning. So, yeah, we're gonna continue on from there, and we're gonna book this show, and then I will see y'all when this is over. I can't believe it's been 10 minutes already. And we are back, folks. So we're just gonna go ahead and go straight into this. So we kick this off with a pre-show match where Bob Murphy got a 4 and Chief Jay Eagle got a 9. We just wanted to put Kid Cash in something because we haven't put him in a lot, and we're probably gonna work towards putting him back in a feud with Simon Diamond. Because Kid Cash is good and he's bringing in good ratings. I just don't have anything for him, and so just continuing to give him wins will probably at least keep him with decent momentum. Especially not being on with us not being on TV right now. It's even though it's pre-show, he's still building his momentum. Um, but yeah, so we open it up with a Simon Diamond promo and pretend it's spelled Diamond right, but Diamond says it's been a year since he and Blues fought. Now he will make it a brawl for Blues after his string of losses. Blues string of losses, and Blues says at least he didn't lose his title, and that pisses off Diamond. So we go straight into the match. With a white hot crowd, Simon Diamond defeats Ricky Blues with a Simonizer with some sort of creative finish, and this kind of jump starts the Simon Diamond Chain Helm storyline, in which we will see after the match, Diamond attacks Blues and Helms comes out for the save, interfering in Diamond's business. And next we had a triple threat number one contenders match. This was the confusing ending I was talking about, and we will read it on the next slide. But it got a 35, which is pretty decent. Um, I'm hoping that this improves his stamina with it being 15-ish minutes. Um, yeah, so we continue on to the next segment. This is the same thing here. Maybe we might take away some time. I need to keep putting them on pre-show promos. I forgot to do that. That's fine. Doesn't matter. But Viano 6 and Jeff Hardy pinned New Jack at the same time. Viano's with this confusion, Viano's, Hardy's, and Hooligans will happen at Heavy Duty, which is already in the pre-booking. Um, so Taz defeated Just Incredible via submission with Akadi Hajime in a storytelling match, and that this pretty much starts the Taz Jericho um feud after last time, and we jump to the next segment. The newest Jerichoholic Christopher Daniels attacks Taz after the match, along with Chris Jericho and Just Incredible. Um, the Blood Brothers come out for the save. A semi-injured Brother Ray. Um, we're I want to put him in more multi-man matches, not just tag matches, just so that way we're both building his momentum and he's not just sitting on the shelf. He's still getting work in. We're still using him for storylines, and it also keeps him out of the tag title picture for a little bit, in which we could probably put one of these two teams a part of it. But yeah, we increase in one region. I don't know if we went up by number or what exactly happened, but that's fine. We're gonna give this to them and or Simon Diamond and Taz completed or make speech, whatever. So yeah, we only lost 625, even with our larger than usual worker salary. Oh, that's right, Axel Dieter. Forgot about him. Doesn't matter. Mid Atlantic went up to 22, which is awesome. And we continue on there. Lord. Alright, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think there's anything I need to do other than move on to. Actually, no, we need to set up the May pay-per-view. Or, not pay-per-view, you knew what I meant. Um, wait a minute, I'm stupid. My fault, my fault. Add event, we're trying that again. Uh, set that up for the 17th. Lord, ignore me. Okay, let's try this again. We need Los Vianos, Hardy Boys, Hooligans, in a 10-minute high spot match. Nope, not what I'm looking for. Y'all don't get to see the winners. But yeah, we're gonna move on to heavy duty this time. I'm not gonna stop when Ricky Blue signs his contract. Y'all will just know he did. When I tell y'all. But yeah, we will continue on from there. Yeah. All right, we have heavy duty tonight, and this will be the first night that we have any sort of trainer. So that's fun. That's what I've been thinking about over here. With Axel Dieter being with us. And we're slowly moving up in terms of fans, which is good. I'm very happy that we're doing that. Yeah, Jericho makes about the same amount. Let's do character idea. Let's do another one for Simon Diamond. Yeah, so likely to succeed in a safe bet. I think I'll give another one to um Bully Ray. All right, you get one more after this. Team bonding. So we're gonna go over here because Brother Ray still has morale issues, and we can give him creative idea to shoot. Okay, well, this one will work. Jesus Christ. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Um, yeah, so other than that, we're gonna put everybody on the card. We're gonna get a booked. This won't be a major show or have any major defenses, but it's fine. We don't necessarily need them. So yeah, we're gonna continue on from there. All right, and we are back. I think this is the first show we've had in a while where we haven't had a pre-show match. Well, we didn't have one on Destiny. Okay. It's an irregular thing, is my point. But we're gonna start this off with the opening contest: Simon Diamond versus Shane Helms, continuing their feud from or their squabble from last time, where Shane Helms had saved Ricky Blues, and after the match, Simon Diamond defeating Shane Helms, he Blues comes out to save Helms after Diamond attempts to attack him, but Diamond runs away. So we will see what happens after that. And we have our three-way tag team title match. The first defense for the Hooligans being or where Rey Mysterio was head above all, which is why I put him in a title picture to begin with, especially this title picture. Um, but yeah, the hooligans continue um which their reign, and after the match, the gangsters come out with chairs and attack everybody. Everybody in their sight, they see them, they're attacking. So we continue on from there. So we're gonna see where this happens at, or what happens with this at the next house show. Kid Cash defeats D'Lo Brown as a way to kind of maybe simmer down the crowd. I didn't set it that way, but I mean it's something for Kid Cash to do on the main card. Um, and it gives D'Lo more time to improve, which is what the training's also helping with. Um, so we continue on from there with a 5 minute interview. I don't want to call it an interview, but Chris Jericho re- reveals his fallen angel, which is Christopher Daniels. I changed his name to Fallen Angel because I don't want to have too many Chris's. Um, or like I want it to just be easier for me to find him when I'm booking him. So for right now, he's the Fallen Angel. Um, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and set something up real quick, Post show. Villanos. Do like 3 minutes. That's gonna be promo. Where cutting a promo for both of them. There we go. And nope. I want that on the post show. And we're gonna see how they do there on the post show where they know it doesn't necessarily matter. And we're gonna go into the main event, which is Jericho Holics defeating Taz and the Blood Brothers. Chris Jericho submitting Brother Ray with a lion tamer. Damn. Wasn't expecting that. Chris Jericho was head and heels above everybody else, or heads and shoulders above everybody else. Which, I mean, Brother Ray couldn't really help that because of his injury, but I mean, it gets everyone else a little bit more popularity. And Chris Jericho's doing this good on like 18 popularity. And we see the promo, and Viano 6 and 7 struggled, which is okay. We kind of didn't expect it to be the best, but that's fine. We're gonna continue on from there with a 40 rated show. We're gonna do Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio, give them some compliments on their performance. We only lost 200 that show, which I think kind of goes to show what I'm trying to do here. Um, I mean, we're doing good. We're doing what I wanted, how I wanted. But yeah, we continue on from there to after the show where we're gonna look at what we got here. We could buy Southern States Wrestling if we wanted, but honestly, I don't think it's worth it, especially for the amount of money I'd have to pay compared to 15 popularity. Like honestly, I'd rather just build that up personally. But yeah, we're doing good. We're still profiting, which is a little shocking to me, but I mean, I'm not gonna argue with it. Um, and where is it? Merchandise. We're 20% done on merchandise. We have 8 weeks left, which I think should go into June, and it'll be finished before we do All Star. So that will be fun to have done tonight, or have finished tonight. Um, yes, Chris Jericho went up in anything? No, it's gonna take a little bit more time, which is fine. Something we expected. How did that land in our top 100s? Um, oh, also, I'm probably gonna end up just stopping the Patreon for right now. It's no one's really paying that much attention to it, which is fine, but no one really cares about it, so I'm not really gonna worry about um putting July's thing up unless y'all for some reason decide to be like, "Oh my god, we want it now." Which I'm not mad, to be clear, it doesn't matter. So it lands at number 17. Um just below In Cold Blood from last year, and just above I Wanna Rock from 92. So yeah, Dreamscape's still the first. Destiny is right behind it. Glory Days they did really good in '93. Um, it's not gonna be a regular, but it still did pretty well. Attitude Adjustment did really well, and the second anniversary did really well. So yeah, we're kind of most of these shows are from this year or a few months ago. So I'm gonna go to the next show and continue to, I won't say rapid fire, but build our way to All Star. So yeah, see y'all there. Okay, so we're at the night of the next house show, and I'm a little confused because it keeps telling me I'm fourth in regional battles, but I don't like the way it works. Like it's confusing. I don't understand how to be top in the regional battles for people of my size. Like I'm trying. I'm probably gonna try to. Well, it's probably because Jericho got knocked down, which sucks. I need Jericho to get more wins. So yeah, we're gonna continue to push. Jesus Christ, we're gonna continue to push Jericho. Hopefully, some sort of red hot momentum. Um, yeah. When does he get not injured? So it'll be the day after the May show, which we did not add yet. I forgot to do that. That's fine. We're gonna do 17th. Yep, nobody's being booked around that time. We're gonna suggest a name. Sure, we'll steal from WWE. Um, yeah, we're doing really good. So Dreamscape got 198. Payback got 277. So we're slowly building up, and we're gonna continue on. I don't know how much money we made this month. I forgot to check that. Oh Lord. All right. Let's do generic venue, and our thing's gonna be less tonight because we didn't have what didn't we have? Oh, we had the 10% hit on us. We're gonna do. I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna do another one. Cool. Kashirka has two that we're gonna use on him. I'm gonna see how this one does first because that one's specifically for him, and we're gonna see if that other one will work on Brother Ray. Cool. Had to be separated. Uh huh. Cool. Team bonding. All right. So where's Jericho? Okay. How does this work? Jesus Christ. All right, we're gonna use the other one on him just to bring him back up because oh my god, that's terrible. Um, but yeah, so I think most people work for us. Dang it. I think most people work for us now. I'm thinking about it. He works for TASW. I don't know what that is. Oh, he's the owner. Okay. Um, yeah. So he works for NWA Florida. He works for MEWF, which we're. How far are we into your contract? It expires after this, so. Oh wait, no, y'all don't need to see me book it. Um, yeah, I'm gonna book this, and then y'all are gonna see how we write Ricky Blues off, which will be fun. I'll see y'all after this is over. All right, and we are finished. Our main event with a very unimportant guy doesn't make very much sense right now, but you'll see. You'll see why. That's the main event. All right. D'Lo defeats or he pins Chief J Eagle. Give him a little bit more momentum. Build him up. D'Lo's getting a little bit better each time he goes in the ring, which is good. And we continue on. Taz defeated Fallen Angel by submission with a Kata Hijime. Just to get him in the ring with somebody of a higher stature. Um, Taz cuts a promo on being sick of dealing with Jericho for the past year. He will stop at nothing. He he will stop at nothing to stop Jericho from interfering with him in his newly acquired title, which is exciting. And we're gonna go to the next match, which is a tag team match between the Blood Brothers and the Jerichoholics of Jericho and Just Incredible. Where Chris Jericho won with a Lion Tamer, a very mayhemic match. Um, yeah, so that's good, and we continue on to an announcement for Payback, which is Gangstas versus Hooligans. For the tag titles. If it'll let me, there we go. For the second time for the tag titles, which is fun. I don't know what kind of match I'm going to do for that, but that's fine for now. And yeah, nobody's very happy about this. Which is well, fine. I want to see something real quick. Have they been getting better? At the very least, track progress. They've gotten slightly better. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, he's definitely gotten better. So putting him in promos is helping. Um, Same thing with 7. So we're gonna keep putting 6 and 7 in promos for the hoping for the best, and we continue on to our main event, which is Simon Diamond versus Ricky Blues, which is not something I would think I would be saying in 1994, where Simon Diamond defeats Ricky Blues with a Simonizer, and Simon's just he battered him out. He's gonna continue to attack him till after the match, and Helms comes out, but he gets met with a big boot. Helms gets dragged to the corner and gets zip tied from Simon Diamond, and as Helms is struggling to get out, Diamond brings out a table and sets it up, and he's bringing lighter fluid out, and oh my god, he's setting it on fire. I don't know why I'm acting like a color commentator. He lifts Blues up in the corner for a power bomb and puts him through the flaming table, putting him out indefinitely, which, as far as I know, is gonna be forever. But yeah, so no more Ricky Blues. That is the end of the Ricky Blues saga, and we got a 46 for that, which I know isn't the best, but it's still pretty good. Pretty good. Probably the best house show we've had. So we do this. We're gonna thank who else do we want to thank? We're gonna thank Chris Jericho. Complimented. They're very happy. I'm very happy. 200 from that. Or only lost 200 from that. We're up to 24. Hopefully next month we get a huge jump in merchandise. I want to see how much money we had made before losing only 200. Which we're only 3 days in. We'll make money either way. So we went into this month with 8,227, and we've only lost 130, which is not bad at all. Not bad at all. Um, yeah, that's pretty good. So, yeah, he will be leaving tomorrow, which is what we expected, and that is fine with me. I might have to defend the Haymakers title tomorrow, or not tomorrow. On the show because his last defense was against Diamond, which I mean, not bad, but I don't want to just defend it on the big four shows. we'll probably find it's either going to be Jericho or somebody else, but I don't want to keep putting Taz and Jericho in matches with each other. So let me find Taz's match history. We're gonna go. I'll look for Chris Jericho. I'm not typing it in because I just want. There he is. Yeah, they've only had one match this year, but last year they had quite a few. Yeah, he had a double DQ. He had a match with him last March. Just got out of that match, so I think we'll be fine. Put them in a few more matches this year. I might still save it for All Star. But I want Taz to do a match with somebody. And oh wait, I want to check 92. I don't think they had many matches in 92. They've had two, which is more than I was expecting, but that's fine. How much popularity does Taz have? He's at 25. How many does Jericho have? He's at 19. So that brings him. This is still not well known. I want him to be a star, a major star. What about Simon Diamond? Diamond's at 39, which is to be expected. Rey Mysterio's at 20. Um, which he's kind of been fluctuating. He's back at 20 right now, and we're gonna hope that he continues to stay at that. We have brought Ricky Blues down to 10. He was kind of one of the guys that was really popular, but then we just like wanted to siphon his popularity off and just dump it off. But yeah, so we will continue on to the next show, and that will be Payback. So I will see y'all there. Oh shoot, I'm recording now. Um, let's check this booking position available. RWS, or Mysterio body type change. I'm gonna go through and do that in between booking. So we're gonna go to check my ping. I don't know. We're gonna go to here, and we're at 9,000, which is the most money we have had at all, and we're still making money even with the extra 1,000 a month. So yeah, we're gonna go to the show. We're gonna do all the good stuff, and then I'm gonna book everything, and I'll come back probably later tonight. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna stick to generic venue. Check out the booking team. Do character ideas. Safe bet for Chris Jericho. We're not gonna do the big gamble. That one right there. Okay, so this one we're gonna get rid of. And we got two decent ones, so locker room incidents. Okay. Heated argument outside with a fan. Okay, you get a fine now. I don't care if you're unhappy. I don't care if y'all are both unhappy. Okay, you get a start warning because you were just ribbing him. And then team bonding, strengthening relationships. And we're gonna go to my buddy Chris Jericho, wherever he is. And creative idea on him. I'm gonna stop using creative ideas on Jericho because like that's it's just not working. But yeah, we're gonna book this show and I'll be back. It's 5:15 right now. I'll probably be back closer to like 10:30. All right, I'll see y'all then. All right, it's 2 days later and we're back. So yeah, everything's booked. Everybody's on the show. We're gonna continue on. So we kick off with the pre-show with it being D'Lo defeating Bob Murphy, trying to get D'Lo some more experience, and we're gonna show y'all how he's gonna get more experience with this next house show. Chris Jericho says that his Jerichoholic will win that men's championship for Jericho in the main event because it will be just incredible versus Taz in the main event for the men's championship. Because Credible has devoted his life to Jericho to make it good. But if Credible loses, Jericho wants a match at All Star 1994. He wants an answer by the end of the night. And gives the crowd hype. A great way to start off the show. And we have a match between Los Villanos and the Hardys, where Villano 6 defeated Matt Hardy. Shoot. Hold on 1 second. Let me do something. I'm gonna start here. I'll be back. Okay, and we're back. Sorry, I forgot to do that. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna continue on from the Los Villanos versus Hardy Boys match to Gangstas versus Hooligans for the titles, and the Gangstas drew with the Hooligans in a double countout, resulting from Los Villanos and the Hardys attacking both opposing teams. Um, which Jesus Christ, we you did not probably didn't expect all of them to come out. This will probably be my last draw for a while because I've been doing a lot of those recently. It was still a pretty good match with a 45. It was pretty decent. And we continue on to the next segment, which I just added, which is fine that not everybody's good. We're trying to work on them. That's why they're getting promo time. But Bob Mervian comes out and announces a four-way ladder match since they all want the title so bad, and it's going to be hanging from the rafters. They're going to have to go for it, and we're going to go ahead and put that into the All-Star calendar. We need to... Oh, shoot. Wait, let me... There it is. And we'll call it DLC. Men's Tag Team titles. It'll be Los Villanos, the Gangstas, and the Hooligans. For the men's championships, or for the men's tag championships. I think that was the only thing I announced tonight. Let me look. Yeah, okay. So we continue on with Simon Diamond versus Chief J Eagle. Simon Diamond defeated Chief J Eagle in 7:52 with a Simonizer in a match that was meant to calm the crowd because we just had a Mayhem match and we're about to have a hardcore match. But the match got a 38. Simon Diamond got a 45. He did what he was supposed to do, which is why he is in the position that he is in the company. He's really good at what he does. And so we continue on from there, where Simon Diamond continues to beat down Eagle. D-Lo comes out to assist, seeming to be partnering with the. We never gave him a nickname. We'll give him a nickname with Simon Diamond. But Helms comes out with backup being Kid freaking Cash. If you remember from the beginning of the series, these two are Cash and Diamond feuded for a while. Like it led to the men's championship match. But Helms cuts a promo bringing back Simon's old friend, and now that will lead to another match at All Star. This is going to be a really noticeable theme tonight. So this is their third match, and so we're gonna kind of transfer the the feud here around All Star, but which is kind of the plan. It's fine. So we continue on from there, leading to Taz versus Just Incredible for the Haymakers Men's Championship. This being Taz's third defense with a 40 rated match. See, Taz is getting good too. That's why he's got the title. And so post match, Taz stands tall, but he isn't done as Jericho and Fallen Angel attack him from behind. The Blood Brothers come out in an attempt to defend him. The Jerichoholics are chased out by the brothers and Taz. And Taz tells Jericho he wants him at All Star in a cage match. He also tells him that the Blood Brothers are willing to take on the Jerichoholics in a regular match. Kind of a way to get everybody on the card that needs to be on the card. So Just Incredible right here and Fallen Angel right here. And we gotta put in the cage match. Um, yeah, I like Cage Classic. I don't like the idea of escaping the cage, even though it has some creative finishes. It logically does not make sense to put two people in the cage and then have one of them try to leave. Like that doesn't make sense to me in the slightest. But yeah, that's 4 matches for the show or for the All Star. So we finish off the show with a 34. That's pretty good. We're gonna thank Taz and Ray because they were probably the best that I remember. I don't remember how good Simon did. We only lost 91. That's pretty good. That's pretty good right there. And we're still at a 24, which is a-okay with me. I did not check this when I came back and finished booking the show, so I want to see how far along we are with merchandise. See how far we are from a profit this month. Uh, yeah, I don't doubt that. Brother Ray's fully fit, and he will be good for All Star unless he somehow gets hired by somebody and then completely messes that up. No, it's fine. Um, yeah, merchandise. So we're at 60. So 4 more weeks, and we're still making 700. We're still making bank. So yeah. Um, I'm going to continue on to House Show 5. Um, where actually, while I'm thinking about it, this will have the contract signing. Y'all can see how I do this. Nope, I want Taz. I think they're gonna bring back up in the Fallen Angel, Just Incredible, and the Blood Brothers, and I'm thinking about hiring someone else for the Blood Brothers. So that's really all we need right now. I'll fill that in when I put it in, when I put the just everything else in. I want to see Matt. No. I think he's supposed to debut this year. Let me see when he debuts. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I am starting a job and I'm figuring out what I want for to take the lunch when I start, which will be some point soon. So he debuts in August. Okay, cool. That's fine with me. Okay, get off my screen. Freaking. Okay. So there's two other people I want to see. Mostly to see when they debut to keep an eye on them. I'm looking for. Is his name just? His name is just Edge. Okay. He's still in Canada, so I'm gonna shortlist him for now because I don't want to bring him in without any actual plans. Um, you're not who I'm wanting to see, but I'm keeping you on my shortlist. Um, how popular are you for me not to? Jesus Christ, yeah, yeah. I know I can't talk to you. Um, okay, is no. Okay, so with that being said, where is not what I'm looking for? With that being said, where would he be at, or where would he debut? Because I figured as much that he wouldn't be there, but I wanted to. God dang it! I wanted to at least make sure that he wasn't like pre-debuted, and I just didn't notice because I was thinking about this while I was at my theater thing, so he'll be back around this time next year. Or he'll be here around this time next year, and I'll bring him in with Christian, and then we can start building them up and maybe do TLC 3 years or like a no, not even 3 years, like excuse me, 5 years early. Um, yeah. So I'll keep an eye out for Spike. I want to see who else debuted in the last. I don't know if I remember checking this. So not Mike Quackenbush. Cujo the Hellhound. All right. Yeah, we just got Jeff Hardy. Yeah. So I think we're pretty much up to date on everybody. So I will meet y'all at House Show 5, and we'll book that, and then we'll book All Star. And after All Star, I'll announce the next big four show. And the thing that goes with it. Well, I want to call it thing, but the whatever you win that goes with it. And I'll see y'all then. And we are at the day of the show. I don't know how we keep getting last, so I'm just gonna keep trying to build everybody up and just hope for the best. Um, but yeah, we made 17. Yeah, 1750. That's nice, and we're getting to a point where we're kind of making money on the shows. So fingers crossed. Maybe All Star will be like that. And we are 80%, and so we got 2 weeks left until Dreamscape, or no, not Dreamscape. All Star, and so we need to check backstage. That's what I'm on to check. So it's about average. Yeah, I can't really affect that because I could give them catering, but that's pretty expensive. How much is catering? Catering is provided, then the cost depend on the company and roster size is deducted at the end of each show. Okay. We'll see that eventually. Um but yeah, we're working at our momentum and stuff and momentum and prestige. Um I might I might do some reward stuff just while we're here. So I think we're going to do. So this, to be clear, takes place from June to June. The awards. So any title reign from, excuse me, last All Star to this All Star will be how we use we do the awards. So yeah, we're gonna do that and then create. So yeah, we have a new thing since we have a new championship. So we will go to that All Star and see how everything is. No, wait, we're not going to All Star. We're going to house show. It's been a long week. No one's getting the night off. We're going to. Okay, yeah, we're just gonna generic venue again. And Jericho's gotten a little bit better. Maybe not with booking skill, but he's gotten better since he got that thing took off of him. So yeah. So we'll continue on. Or do character idea. Nope. Character idea. Yep. And we're going to do character idea. Okay, so we're going to say no. And we'll, since Jericho keeps getting his momentum taken away and then added back again. We're gonna say no to that. Jeff and D'Lo are getting along well backstage. Jesus Christ, dude. Yeah, you're getting fined for that. I don't care if you're unhappy. Cool. We're gonna do an open forum just because everybody is getting like just irritated and I can't afford to pay them to make them happy again. So, wow, let's do any negative morale. Let's. You have war momentum. You have cool momentum. Let's do you since you have cool momentum, and we'll give a creative idea to V107. That didn't work. Okay. Yeah. So we will continue on from there. Who's absent? Jesus Christ. Okay. I should check that, but dang it. Um. Yeah. Okay. So no Simon Diamond tonight, but everybody else is here. Um. So we'll continue on to getting this entire show booked. I'll see y'all then. All right, and we are at the show. So I realized while I don't know if I mentioned this, Simon's gone. From tonight. I probably mentioned it. I don't know if I did, but either way, we're gonna continue on without him. We're gonna have a nice show. So we're gonna kick it off with the pre-show where Kid Cash defeats Bob Murphy. Pretty much all we needed from that match was to get Kid Cash a win. That's fine. Chris Jericho defeated Chief Jay Eagle with a Lion Tamer just to get Jericho a good win. Saying basically same thing as Kid Cash's house shows, not anything serious. We have an 8-man tag match between a team of faces and heels and a team of faces and heels. In the Gangsters and the Hooligans against Los Villanos and the Hardys. After what happened last show, so this will lead into um All Star where they do their fatal 4-way tag ladder match or tag TLC match. We're just gonna call it TLC 1 at this point. But yeah, so we have a promo from Shane Helms saying that it was messed up for Simon to leave his buddy alone, referencing that Simon Diamond is not in the building tonight, and that will lead to the main event between Shane Helms and D'Lo Brown. Uh, Helms winning with a Nightmare on Helm Street in a storytelling match. And yeah, that's all that is for there. And we have the real main event, which is the contract signing, um, which is basically just an open shit talking contest and just incredible. Goes through a table at one point, but Jericho gets the last laugh after cracking Taz in the head with a chair. We will see how this next show goes. We're gonna tweak his gimmick actually. I think that was what we need to do. So we got a 32 from that show, which is good. Ray will get some praise, and I think we're gonna give Taz some praise. Compliment on performance. Okay. Financial report: we lost 200 that night tonight, which is fine. So maybe we're not as close to making money as we thought we were. 24. Okay, that's fine too. It was a not as good of show, but we'll see how much money we make from All Star 1994, aka All Star 2, whatever you want to call it. I'm not numbering it. Um, yeah, and I'm gonna make sure that the next house show is fine. And why are you big mad? Oh, that's right. I find him. We're gonna give him like 300. Just to shut up money. Oh my god, why won't you take nothing? We're fine. Um yeah, so All Star we gotta move a day. Okay, noted. And how are we for the next house show? Yeah, we're good. Let's go ahead and do the next event. That will be after this one. I'm gonna call it Uprising, sounds nice. And that will be, we're gonna do July 17th. Okay. And we'll continue on from there. We need to get rid of payback because we're not doing payback in Timor. Um, yeah, I guess we just go to All Star. No, I don't know why he's so angry about this though. That's like oddly surprising. Um, yeah, so we'll keep an eye out on everything. I'm gonna continue to All Star 1994. I'll see y'all there. And we are on the day of All Star. Southern States Wrestling has been declared bankrupt. Eddie Guerrero signs with the UWA, and we finally have our merchandise fully prepared for its next step. Um, which is amazing. We're not doing that yet. We're not there yet. Um, yeah, but we'll have to pay 750 per month, which is fine with our new merchandising department. But yeah, so let's do this. Uh, oh, okay, so that brings me there. So we will go to the next show. Did I go ahead and pre-book? Yeah, I did pre-book that. I'll probably add some new matches, and we are currently at 7.99 being what we make this month. And we're probably gonna get more from merchandise because from this show, and we will see. Yeah, if y'all like this face cam, let me know. If y'all don't, that's fine. Also, let me know, but don't be mean about it, because that's just mean. um, God dang it. It's fine, Devon. It's fine. We'll put Brother Ray in a different match, and we'll just, I don't know, save this freaking tag match for something else. Character idea. Surefire hit. Character idea. Surefire hit. Awesome. We got room for another one. Let's do it. Awesome. Maybe Brother Ray will be freaking happy. Okay. Are you serious? Finding him again. Because, like, come on, dude. Use stern warning. Open for him. Just so that way they're not all angry. And now we're gonna go to Brother Ray because we need to focus on this. So, surefire hit. Success. Cool. Did that bring him down any? Is very warm momentum. Let's do another one. Does that say failure? I don't know if I said failure or not. Okay, I think that worked. Yeah. Let's do another one. Mm, it's fine. It's fine. We'll work at him. We'll work at him. Oh, okay. So bless his heart. We're gonna work on Devon. We're gonna work on the show. see what we can do without Devon, and I will see y'all when this is over. Alright, and we are back to the biggest show of the year so far. So I'm excited for this. So yeah, we're gonna kick it off with the pre-show with a high spots match between D-Lo and Chief J Eagle. Just to give just to give D-Lo some more ring time. So we start off with ignore that. Brother Ray announcing his replacement since Devon got stuck at the airport, and it is Kid Cash as you see there. And we continue on from here with the match and showing true. Okay, okay, fuck Brother Ray. Okay, Just Incredible and Fallen Angel have zero chemistry together. That's fine. Um, Just Incredible and Fallen Angel defeat Brother Ray and Kid Cash. Uh, After a run-in from Simon Diamond attacking Cash himself. Yeah, no, Brother Ray's on my shit list right now. But Bob Murphy announces Simon Diamond as the winner of the championship reign of the year, leading into his match with Shane Helms, where Shane Helms defeats Simon Diamond. That's a good look for him. Good look for Shane Helms, and we're probably gonna lead this to Kid Cash versus Simon Diamond 2. Um, Bob Murphy announces the Hooligans as the tag team of the year after their tag team reign so far. And we continue on from there, leading to the TLC match where Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman retain their championships in a 44 rated match. So yeah, awesome. It's a very chaotic match, but that's okay. We continue on to Wrestler of the Year going to Chris Jericho. Kind of got tired of typing all that after this one, but that leads into the championship match between Taz and Chris Jericho. 56. That's amazing. Yeah, Taz defeated Chris Jericho by submission with a Kari Hajime, and the match was designed to be chaotic and full of action. Taz makes defense number 4 of his championship. Awesome. That's a 50. I think that might be our best show. I'm gonna be real with you. Chris Jericho given that. I'm not gonna eviscerate nobody. We're just gonna thank Rey Mysterio and we're just gonna call it a show. Ooh, that's awesome. Ooh, we made 633 from that. That's awesome. We also somehow had less from workers. I don't think Devon cost that much. I'm gonna be real with you, but we jump up to a 25. Well, our merchandise could have had some stake in that, which is why I went from to 600. But we move on. If it'll hurry up. Yeah, I'm trying to make Brother Ray happy, but I don't know how. Honestly, he might have to leave for a while before anything. Me, you're from Tri-State. Oh Jesus Christ, that's why it's so expensive. Why do you live in Kanto? Why are you just you don't even wrestle there? I mean, he wrestled for Indo-Asian wrestling, but that explains so freaking much. Okay. How do I talk to you about being happy? Physical. Um, I don't know how to make him happy with me. It's he's getting all these positives, right? But he got angry because I fined him, I think. Jesus. Um, What if I give him 500? I'm gonna give him 500, and that's if okay, fine. Be angry. I'm done with you if you're just gonna be like that. Um, we're still gonna profit either way. But how much money do we make off of? Jesus, that is crazy. Most of that's from one show. Oh my god, that is awesome. I am amazed with that. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and make a new event right now before I forget about it. I'm going to work on logos. I'm just so busy. It'll be Haymakers Grand Rally in September. Sorry about that. We're going to say September 17th will be when we have that show. It will be essentially a Royal Rumble. Excuse me. And that's what it's going to be. So that will be right there. That will be one of our 5 annual shows right now. I'm gonna go ahead and make a title belt for it. It is yeah, it is essentially the Royal Rumble. So I'm just gonna use the Royal Rumble logo for now. I like that logo. So the major difference between the Grand Rally and the Royal Rumble is the fact that the Grand Rally is more of a what would you call it? So the idea of a Grand Rally is that it is a Royal Rumble lumberjack match. So like if you have Taz and Chris Jericho starting at 1 and 2, and you eliminate Taz, for example, um, Taz will just be a lumberjack. Anyone that is thrown outside of the ring but not eliminated, like not thrown over the top rope, he has to throw them back in, which kind of brings this interesting feel with everyone around the ring. They're kind of like hidden the side of the apron, just trying to hype the match up and that kind of stuff. That's the idea behind it. I kind of tweaked the rules a little bit because I like the idea of like people crowding around and like not touching them, but that doesn't make sense for it being a lumberjack match. Like, what is the point in them being out there? But so like that's why I'm gonna tweak that, and it's just gonna be that. I'm gonna make the match for it, and it's gonna be fun. So yeah, we're gonna continue on um to the end of the month, and I want to see who the best wrestlers of the year so far are. I'll see y'all then. All right, we are at the end of the month, and we're gonna see everything. We finished 3. So it's only reduced by 5%, but the most important thing I wanted to look at real quick was Jesus Christ, the money. Like that is as a huge jump. I feel like, hey, we made like 200 more from mail order, and like we only know how much we're gonna make from merchandise this month with 2 shows on the amount of merchandise level we have. With like awesome. I'm glad that we have something else that isn't broadcast or ticket sales or sponsorship. Like I'm very happy with that. Um, but yeah, so I'm wondering if we should start looking into production and start moving towards that goalpost, so that way we can get more out and get ourselves out to more places. Because right now we're just in the Mid Atlantic. We could probably start going to the Tri-State at some point if we get a deal. Or probably just stick to the Mid Atlantic until we start. Yeah, you know. So we need semi-pro, and local for production values, broadcast. Let's focus on production values first. That needs to be semi-pro. So that's yeesh. Okay. This one needs to be okay. So semi-pro would be this next one, and local would be this next one. I could do local, and that's what I can do. Or that's what I can do. Yeah, of course is what I can do, but do local and add an extra 250 a night. I don't think that would hurt. Um, we're gonna we're gonna come back to this one. I wanted to focus on music first, but from there, we're gonna check out everything. I'll look at everything beforehand, and there is an idea that I have that I want to talk about, which we'll get to in a second. So, male wrestler of the year so far is Satanico. Yeah, I think he won wrestler of the year last year for good reason. I mean, why did he? He got a 70 here. Which, I mean, I don't know why he got a 70 here. He can be inconsistent sometimes. But like 97 there, 93. Jesus. Yeah, Satanico's cool. CMLL is the company of the year. Female tag team of the year so far, or sorry, company of the year so far. Female tag team of the year so far is Maria La Venus. I think. Where is it? Uh, Not on this day. Annual awards. So last year, the female tag team of the year was Bull Nakano and Mariko Yoshida. They have competition now. So the male tag team of the year is Edge Ipeso. I don't know how you say that. I'm just calling them El Edge, El Edge and La Fiera, which good for them. I don't know how good they are. I don't know who won last year. But I'm gonna go check. Kenta Kobashi and Mitsuharu Misawa. All right. Match of the year was from Naoki Sano and Jushin Thunder Liger from the Big Fight series. Show of the year was New Japan Fighting Spirit 1994. What did they get for that show? It's Fighting Spirit. Fighting Spirit. There we go. 95. That doesn't surprise me. Female Young Wrestler of the Year is Guerrera Pura. Male Young Wrestler of the Year is Oro. Good for him. He's probably going to end up being on my short list for when I start moving to Mexico, hopefully. Female Veteran Wrestler of the Year is La Briosa. A lot of luchadors. Male Veteran Wrestler of the Year, Ric Flair. Female Wrestler of the Year so far is Cynthia Moreno. I think she won last year. Um, the Female Independent Wrestler of the Year is Super Estrella. I think she won last year. And Male Independent Wrestler of the Year is Brezo de Plata. That makes sense. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything except for I'm thinking about the brand split. So at the beginning of the series, I talked about that I wanted to do a brand split between men, women, and a developmental. So I'm debating on kind of changing that. Kind of keeping the developmental, but making it more of a territory system where, for example, where is it? Where, you'd have one brand for the South, one brand for the North, and one brand for the West, right? And you have the Mid Atlantic, the Mid South, the Southeast, all like in, I guess, tandem with one another and working together and that kind of stuff. Maybe you could even include Puerto Rico, just putting shows there. And then you could do the West, like Midwest, like Southwest, Hawaii. I think there's something else that I'm missing. Can't do Midwest because that's probably going to be considered with the North. I need a map of all these, but then the North could be Great Lakes and New England and Midwest and tri-state, Southwest, Northwest, Hawaii. Yeah, but you get what I'm saying. I think that that would be a good start, and then you could go in and include other regions or do shows in other regions like Mexico for the South, Canada for the North. Um, British Isles could be its own thing. Japan could be considered the West. well, even though it's the East, you know what I mean. Like they could be considered a part of the West, like territory, or have its own brand, or you'd have Europe and British or Britain be in tandem with one another. Like that's the idea. I don't know how far I can really go with it because you can have only have up to 5 brands, but I think it's an interesting idea, and you can have multiple championships per brand and build around that, and still have these big shows that I have in mind to also build around. Um, it's just an idea. I just want some second opinions. But yeah, other than that, hope y'all have a good night. Remember to like and subscribe. I try to do these episodes every Wednesday. Um, and I hope y'all have a wonderful time. I will see y'all later.